Hi, my name's Isaac, and this is a 2019 Chevy Silverado Custom, four-wheel drive, crew cab, extended bed pickup truck. And today, I'm gonna review it for you guys. Before I begin, I want to thank Outen Chevrolet in Allentown, Pennsylvania for allowing me to review this truck. For all your Chevrolet needs, you can find Outen at their website, outenchevyallentown.com. Starting up front, I think my favorite feature on this particular trim is how it spells Chevrolet across the front grille. I think it's a really neat touch. You still do get the little traditional bow tie down here, and you can get the truck in higher trims with the bow tie in the center, and it doesn't spell Chevrolet out if you prefer that. But I personally really like it and how it connects, the bar connects here. This truck almost looks like a stormtrooper with the white and black. It's kind of a cool look. Moving down here, you do have your tow hooks in case you ever need to pull a Ford out of the mud. This particular Silverado is powered by a 3.4 liter Ecotec V6, making about 285 horsepower and roughly about 305 pound-feet of torque. It also is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, while you do have the downside of not being able to tow as much on this truck, the big benefit is you get a lot better fuel economy on the V6 trucks. And I know there's a lot of purists out there that say, oh, we don't have a full-size truck. You know, you need a V8. You need a V8, the full-size truck, or it's a baby truck. But I personally feel that I think with the way that the economy and the market is adapting, pickup trucks are selling like crazy, and we need more fuel-efficient pickup trucks. And this is awesome to have this engine in here. Moving on to the profile of the truck, you have these big 20-inch wheels. They're very neat, really cool design. It spells Silverado across the side here, which is always cool because obviously from every angle, everybody needs to know what kind of truck you have. You do get these black plastic mirror caps as well as black door handles. You can get body colored painted ones on the higher trims. One more thing before we fully move to the back, I just really again have to compliment this truck on its like boxy, rugged design. It's got like a spoiler. It's got like a spoiler right here where the third brake light is, which I think is just so cool. This truck even differentiates itself from the GMC Sierra. Most people commonly refer to it as the Silverado's twin, but I feel like at this point, since these trucks are so separate, it's almost like, well, they're brothers, but and they're like 2 or 3 years apart, and you'd have to really see them next to each other to be like, oh, those guys are brothers. Like you'd be at a party. Oh my goodness, is Sierra Silverado's brother? No, oh my gosh, no way. You know, now that they're in the same room, I could see it. No, really. You know what, I should have pieced this together sooner. Both of their last names are General Motors. Moving around to the back, Chevy has what I wish most trucks had, is this extra step here on the side to get into the bed. I think it's wonderful, and I love that the Silverados have this and that someone came up with this idea, because I think we can all universally agree that it's way cooler to step up into the bed like this to grab something out than walking around to the back, hitting the button, waiting for the bed to fall down, and then grabbing it. It's just universally cooler to do this. Yeah! So, you know, there's my opinion. On the back tailgate here, you have Chevrolet embossed across the back. Again, really cool. I like the contrast of the front and back both saying it. Silverado here, and the custom badge, as well as your towing hitches. Hey everybody, Isaac here. I just want to cut in to tell you I did lose some footage here. When I was filming earlier today, it was so hot outside that the camera actually shut off a couple times. I thought I didn't lose anything, but I realize now I did lose about a minute of footage here with me reviewing the bed of the truck. And instead of getting all my equipment out again, calling them back saying, hey, can you pull the truck out again? Can I, get this footage to just review the bed? I figured I'd just throw this quick clip in here to give you my impressions of the bed and my biggest takeaways. Number one is it's an aluminum tailgate on the truck, which, man, I wish I still had the footage of that. My first reaction when I went to go put it back up, I'm like, whoa! Because it's an incredibly light tailgate and an unexpected surprise. Even going in, I had no idea that the aluminum would be that light on the tailgate. Number two, a lot of tie downs in the truck, which is great. A lot of trucks, I feel like, are kind of stingy on tie downs. If I'm not mistaken, there was 3 on each side, and then there was room for 3 more on each side, little caps you could take out, and then caps on the back. I believe that's what those were there for. And then there was a spray and bed liner. I believe that was in a package. But on the custom trim, the spray and bed liner tends to be a factory option, though it may have been dealer added for this particular truck. I'm not 100% sure. Alrighty, so back to the video now. One more thing I want to mention before we get to the interior is the key fob. You go, why are you talking about the key fob? It's just a key fob. Well, we've come a long way from just the lock, unlock, and panic buttons on these key fobs. For instance, on this guy, if we lock the truck and hold this button down at the top, this truck comes with a factory remote start, which is awesome. It's great for melting the snow off your truck in the winter and getting the cabin nice and warm, but also in the spring and summer months, it can cool down the cabin if it's a really hot day like today. So really awesome feature on this guy. One more thing on the fob that you get here is if you double click this button, it drops the tailgate automatically, which is really cool. Definitely something that I really like on the truck. Now let's get to the interior of this truck where it really shines. You have your door buttons here for the windows and your mirrors. You have lock, unlock, as well as the chrome driver's side door handle here. If we move inside the truck here, you have a digital readout on your speedometer as well as your mileage. If you have any trailers hooked up, you have your gears, which are in, switching between the stuff there. If we switch to reverse, you're gonna get a backup camera. I have the tailgate down. That doesn't help very much. One of the pitfalls of many pickup trucks is if you have your tailgate down, backup camera doesn't work too well. You have all your controls here. One of the things I'm super impressed by on this Silverado is the amount of features in its 7-inch infotainment system. You have, if we go to the home here, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. You have Wi-Fi capabilities, 4G LTE, as well as OnStar. You'll have your SOS and OnStar buttons up here on the truck. Moving down here, nothing too crazy. You do have a button here to drop the tailgate from the interior. And then you have trailer braking controls, a USB, a cigarette port or a power port, whatever you'd call that, and your climate controls on here. Just so amazing to me that even on a mid-trim level truck like this now you'd get a 7-inch infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Most trucks haven't adopted that yet, so it's really cool to see that Chevy has. Over here we have our center console, 2 cup holders, I guess room for a phone here and some change. The awesome thing with this is if you pull up on it, you have a fully functioning third bench seat in here with a seat belt. Now you do have the center tunnel through here, so I usually probably wouldn't suggest anyone over like 6 foot sits here because it is a little tight. You'd have to have your feet up like this, but nevertheless still a 6th seat in the Silverado, which is really awesome. Moving on to the back, there's a nice grab handle here because it is a little bit of a jump to get into the truck, and I have about roughly 15 miles of rear leg room here. Very comfortable for long road trips, and if you need to add more stuff to the truck, you can lift these seats up and you have an almost completely flush load floor, which is pretty cool. You could just pop it up and now you have the load floor. A crazy amount of space back here. If I'd recommend a truck, I'd definitely recommend the crew cab if you're transporting anybody at all. In the back here, you also have these 2 rear climate vents, which is really nice for the back occupants. Right, driving the 2019 Silverado, I really like how responsive it is. I think it handles really well. For a full-size truck, this doesn't feel like huge to me. It definitely feels very manageable when you're driving it and not like it's a giant monster truck on the road, which is good, and that's probably a thing that a lot of people want. They don't want to be scared to drive their truck every day because it's so big, and that's one of the things that the Silverado really shines in, is it doesn't feel big, and I think that's the real take-home point when driving it, in addition to every feature it has, all the cool stuff built in with the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything like that. So that is the driving segment of this. I know it's a little bit shorter driving segment, but I didn't want to, obviously since it's a vehicle for sale, I didn't want to put too many miles on it. So that was a little overview of this 2019 Chevy Silverado Custom. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I really wanted to just kind of review these medium trims, these mid-grade levels, to show you what features they come with. And I really thought especially this custom trim came with a lot of stuff. The Apple CarPlay, the Wi-Fi built in, and the auto-dropping tailgate I think is super cool, as well as the remote start from the factory. Not many vehicles, including especially pickup trucks, include that feature. So I wanted to point them out and show you guys that this Silverado is a pretty awesome truck. So thanks for watching. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome. You can leave a like on the video, leave a comment. I'd love to know what you thought of this review. And remember, for all your Chevrolet needs, whether it's cars, trucks, or SUVs, you can contact Out in Chevrolet in Allentown. Links in the description. Feel free to check them out. They've been great, so helpful allowing me to review this truck, and I really appreciate it. So have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care. Oh, and stick around here till the end. I'm gonna have some bloopers. Some really funny stuff happened while I was trying to review this truck, and I really want to show you guys, especially on the back, in the back seats. When I was doing the back seats, some really funny stuff happened. So watch till the end here. I have some bloopers for you guys. So, yep. Yeah, I can't get out. Oh, please don't set the alarm off. Oh, the child safety locks are on. I have to find the child safety locks on this truck. Where are the? There it is. Oh, that's the window lock. Where's the door lock? This is gonna make a great blooper. Oh my gosh, where? I have locked myself. Where are the child safety locks on this truck? They hide the child safety locks so well that the driver can't even find the child safety locks. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to get out and do this bit again. All right, hold on. Squeeze by the camera here.